Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Craig here again. Sorry for the long delay with the not putting much out. So I did have a COVID and I thought I got rid of it, but I took a test and I still had it. So luckily I wasn't too bad this time. So but it's been a strange couple of weeks in and out of the bench. So obviously this is sort of the first time I can actually show you some progress on the Panther 8 early, the buddy build with me and military modeller Paul. So without further ado, let's show you where we've got to. So first things I'll show you is I've finished the wheels minus the mud, if you know what I mean. So this is sort of where we got to with these. They're weathered up. The steel, I just used the polishing powder. I don't like painting them silver. I think polishing powder looks more realistic, but that's just my opinion. So that's the sprocket. They're done. And I've did a few variations on the wheels with the hubs. You know, might lose a bit of that when we put mud on, may not. Yeah, some streaks there from the hub and all that kind of stuff in there. Pin wash the outside bolts. And then just some normal weathering on there, chipped it slightly again, and it's a similar sort of thing, but not as prominent this time on the run on the hub. They probably won't see these ones because they're hidden behind the other wheels, but even so, I know it's done. And the back as well. So, and we have the idler wheel, which has been done as well. That's been got some polishing powder on. I think it'll take a little bit more, get it buffed up a little bit better than that. But yeah, so they're all ready to go onto the tank once I've done it, and then we can carry on the weathering to match the dyno, which is fairly simple one this time. It's one from my good friend Mike, Bassmaster Models. I'll leave a link in the description to show you where he came from. He's such a nice gentleman. I think he's Belarus. I'm almost certain it's Belarus. Forgive me if it isn't, Mike, but I think it's Belarus. So I'll leave his link in for his YouTube page, and you can pop across and see. Superb modeller. The diodes he produces and the kits that he goes with are absolutely brilliant. So I'll leave a link for him. So that's the idler wheel. So they're done. They're out of the way. The tracks are exactly the same as they were. I haven't done anything with those yet apart from paint them. I've made a start on the tracks, these spare tracks. So this is a hairspray technique again on there onto the top of the work editor underneath. So they're going to go on. I think most of them might go onto the tank. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see when I put it all together. But yeah, they're okay. Need finishing yet, but that's the first phase done. So that's coming along nicely. And we've done this metasite and the side skirts as well. I'll just keep it that way around so you can read. So what I've tended to do is just, these are the red oxide, but I've like a slight patina on them. I've made it sort of rust, it's like little fine rust speckles and things in between them, and just done some markings. I just took a picture off a tank with red markings on, with oxide primer and the chalk markings there. I had to use the white paint because my pencils and all, but it just kept taking the paint off. So I did it with paintbrush in the end, so it looks okay. And these are just about finished. These are the side skirts again. For the did a similar sort of thing. I did a few paint streaks, things like that around the edges. They're all different. So I may not put all these on, I probably won't, but I've done them all anyhow, just to, you know, you never know, I might change my mind. So they've been fair spray technique as well. That's quite simple to do. They're just about finished as well. Obviously need some mud on them, splashes up the bottom when it's onto the vehicle, but yeah, they're quite good. I'm quite pleased with those. So that's that out of the way. Let's put them there for now. Right, since the last time on the lower hull, I just had the primer, the base coat down. So what I've done is I've just done a quick camo pattern. It's nothing startling, just a quick camo pattern. And I've also rusted the, exhaust pipes. So they're done. I'll just have to mask them off when I'm putting the whitewash down. I'll just be careful. Simple as that, really. Whichever way I go. So they're not quite finished, but they're not far off. They're not far off at all. Yeah, so it's just a quick camouflage. The bottom isn't set to the thing yet, it's still loose because I have to put the periscopes in on the front of the 4 periscopes to go on the front, which are all ready to go. Yeah, so most of it will be covered, unfortunately, but around the engine deck will be mainly where you're going to see it all, because the heat from the engine is going to melt, and obviously where you get the crew getting in and out, things like that, so that'll be worn as well. And the sides will be quite wide but chipped, because obviously the vertical sides don't get as much scraping as the top of the tank. Fair enough, they might get up round here when they get into the hatches, but generally speaking they'll be mainly white. So yeah, so that's the hull. That's my next job, I think, is to start doing the hull, and we've got to start on the, probably seeing a few pictures floating about on the internet, and we made a start on the turret, which is 9/10 finished now, apart from maybe a speckle of mud again on the bottoms again. And I've added this, it's like a net, I'm going to add a little bit, maybe twigs in the unshoe here, so I'm going to make some out of sea foam and add green leaves and things like that to it, just a bit of camouflage. I shall see. But yeah, I'll show you the stuff that I used. Where are we at? Is it in this one? Oh, first time. This stuff here, I bought some of this stuff and cut it out what you need. Sorry about the glare, just use that. And just normal wire, copper wire, I think it was, or lead wire to wrap around it. I've really done, it needs weathering that though slightly. I've just left that a bit white at the moment, but yeah, I'm quite happy with the turret. I say we've got a few shell impacts there. I can quite see those. There's a bit of a, not too bad. That one up there needs finishing yet. Just noticed I hadn't done that one. It's still a bit too red for my liking. The cupola's got finished now. We've got the you can see them, the clear parts in, which I painted with the armoured glass. It looks really nice, it's come out really well. Happy with that on the top. I'm really happy with it. Obviously where the crew clamber about, so I've chipped most of that off and left a lot of it on, and done some highlights of that as well. So like 3 coats of white paint, and then I've gone around with the Meng acrylic colour, which is the washable white paint. You know, you have to be careful, you have to be fast with it, like, but yeah, it's what it is, washable, so don't leave it on too long. It does work. So yes, I've just gone around, you can see I've just gone around the edges to defy the edges slightly on the where the winter whitewash is finished. And again on the I presume it's the loader's periscope there as well. So that's done, that's got the glass in there, if you can see that as well. That's come out nice, and obviously just a set of pin wash and a bit of lead around the way, lead pencil around the weld seams. And there's a couple of impacts on the front mantlet there, if you can see those. There we are. Barrels in the way. Sorry. Done not 2 of those on there, slight impact. One's more of a vertical, sorry, as a horizontal, it's gone straight, so it's like a teardrop shape, if you can see that. And the other one's just a normal impact on there. I've done the barrel of the machine gun. You maybe quite can't see, but that's been done as well. And I think there's the other impact. And the other impact is on this side. I just used the kit decals, went down no problem at all. So, you know, it's maybe I should have took a bit more white off there, but you know, it's here or there. You can see it on one side, you can see it on the back as well, and you can see more on this side at the moment. So, but yeah, so that's where we are with that. So I said, I've got the barrel just to finish on that. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else that I've done? Anything else that I've done? Blah, 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 blah. So I haven't really done much. I've been in and out. I've been not in the cave as much as I usually get in, with one thing and another, not feeling well. But yeah, so it's moving along nicely. So what else is there? Anything on here you haven't seen? Let me just check. Let me just see if there's anything on here. Oh yeah, whether the for the machine gun, is it M34. That's all weathered up. The bag needs to be finished yet on it, but yeah, so that's that done. What else? Oh yeah, we've done that's for the damaged box on the back. That's for the lid. That's with no azimuth on, so that's not quite finished, but a little bit more just to do on that. Maybe a bit more like minute dust particles and things like that. It's coming through. I know red oxide doesn't get rusty, but underneath, if it gets chipped, I presume it would. So a bit of chipping on there to do. So it won't take too long to do something like that. They're little 2-second jobs. Jack. That's been weathered up. I've kept that the colour of the tank. That's just been chipped and weathered. So, and these are the brackets that fasten onto the back of it. So, you know, we'll go on later on. I'll have a bit of mainly have whitewash on this because it's that low on the tank at the back. A bit more muddy than anything else. But I shall see. I'm going to do that. And I think I'm not so sure if I showed you the. There's the, let's see if I can get back my hand behind it. Just take it off there. That won't come off, but yeah. I don't know if I showed this and I can't remember. It's just the belt for the machine gun, which is done in brass and I think it's copper or bronze, I think, which I had the old enamel one, and just like a khaki colour, just for the belt that goes into the machine gun, obviously. Right, yeah, got the muck guard here. This is the one that's going on, which is going to be damaged, obviously. That's all damaged and sprayed and just needs whitewashing as well, so that goes on the other side. I forgot to say on the main hull I attached the other one back on, but damaged it. I didn't show you that, but I'll show you on the next update. So yeah, done that. I think we're about there. I think that's it really. We did some buckets, done the buckets. I just need maybe a little cloth or something in them, just in a bit of water or something. I've got two of those. One's a straight bucket, which is here, and that one there. So I might put both on. I might just put one on. I'll have to see as we go. And so again, that's weathered up as well. Maybe some mud on the bottom from the splashes from when we get to that point. But yeah, I think we're there. Apart from that, they're going to make a start on the main hull today. That's my first job once I've done this, so we shall just pop that back over here. Yeah, so I think that's it really. So as you well know with the last video, I'm now a sort of brand ambassador for Scale Model HQ, and I also do, obviously you know that I do GeroDesign.com. I've got a couple of surprises coming from them. Some the man who owns the company called Tristram, so they're waiting in the post to come. So I'll leave a link to both sites, the GeroDesign.com and ScaleModelHQ.com. I'll leave the links in below as well, so have a look at those if you haven't. And there's some good stuff on there, some nice tools. What I'm going to do is I may do a small video on a couple of the tools that I got, and just sort of showing you how I've used them. You know, obviously I showed you the where's it gone? Where's my finger thing gone? Put that. It's come off somewhere. But yeah, just showing how the things that I got sent is how to use them sort of quickly, really. So I'll look out for that. I shouldn't be too long before that's up. I'm going to say I want to crack on with the Panther today. So I say thank you very much for all the subscribers, new and old, and the kind comments yet again. And again, I've let it go slack again with no commenting, so I'll have to get back onto that. I do apologise. I do read everybody's comments and I do appreciate them very, very much. So thank you. So obviously Greg signing off, and we'll see you very soon.